Good morning. This is yet another view of Rio de Los Angeles State Park. This area is sort of kept um, by itself. Not much uh, maintenance is done here, just to have natural growth most of the time. And I found myself between these two oak trees. I don't know yet what kind of oak trees they are. I was told by one of the camp staff, or rather park staff, but I don't remember. As is the case, I would like to thank you once again for joining me in this activation, and I'll finish setting up, and I'll see you in a bit. Okay, I'm back. Here's to you, a nice little cup of coffee. Came from Albert's. It is a Mexican coffee. So, 10:28. I'm going to QRL. As you can tell this time, I'm using my Bengali Traveler. Finally got the nice case for it to protect it in the backpack. Oh, 10:30. Here we go. Let's see what happens now. Now, I'm a little low in the chair. This is a very light camping chair. The problem is that it sits low, and I'm trying to do all the stuff up here. So, sitting on the edge has this bar right across my the back of my legs in the upper side, and we'll see what happens. It's kind of like a teeter-totter. Put this thing on repeat. Excuse me. The advantage of this spot is that I am basically flanked by two oak trees. I know they're oaks, they're a kind of oak, but I am not sure, rather, I don't remember what the park staff mentioned. Scrub oak, maybe? I don't know. But when I was here the last time, under very bright sunlight, these two trees provided shade like there was no tomorrow. So I came here taking advantage. Currently it's about 62 degrees here, with a very slight hint of a soft breeze. You can probably see the leaves just moving a little bit. So hopefully this activation goes through okay. I'm using the AX1 from Elecraft, that antenna, which is 4 feet high, thereabouts, something like that. I'm spotted on POTA, so we'll see what we're going to do today. It always seems like first time I start. So this guy is very close to me. He's in um, LA County, so he's really, really pretty close. And I was surprised I got him. But you know what? Close or not, it's a contact, and it works for me. So there we go. Contact one in the books. If you noticed with the golly, I'm not holding it down. It's just it's just a perfect key as far as I'm concerned with regards to being out on the field. And hopefully you can hear me across the metro going going down again. It's about 100 meters or so immediately, or rather to my left. F4WBN. I have no idea where that's coming up, but I get a name of Christian Saint Aprom. I expect that might be French. We'll verify that a little bit later on. But if that's the case, I'm going to be jazzed. Last time I was here, these little things kept falling all around me, and of course, I'm in the tree between these things, um, and it caused me some sneezing and what have you. Evidently, right now we're doing okay. So it's very nice for me that I can enjoy my activation as I'm looking at all of this greenery around me and not having to press down and key so hard, um, or press so hard on the key. The Buddha key just wasn't for me. I used it though until I could find a way to properly protect my Bengali um, in the backpack. So I got Bruna Bengali, bella ragazza, sorry. A very nice lady, very nice. I asked her, hey, how can I get another, or how can I get a protective case for the key since one did not come with the key when I bought it? She says, don't, no problem. Verify your address and I'll send you one, priority mail. She did. I got it, and do I have it visible? Here it is. Very nice case. It's soft plastic, but the form gives it some rigidity. And for about half an hour, I was trying to figure out how to open this. And all you have to do is twist it and pull it out. And it's that simple. That simple. And this thing is absolutely awesome. You can see it flexes a lot, but when it's in here doing its thing, lock it in place, and it provides a lot of good protection for the key. All right, I'm going to come back once I get everything set up for the next band, and don't go away. So, well laid plans. Um, there was nothing that I could tell that I did wrong, save for one thing, which was the first time I was calling on 20 meters, I didn't have my 20 meter selector on the AX1. However, the first time I was on 20 meters, the selector was in the wrong position and I could hear beautifully. But now maybe the conditions changed. You know, the second time that I went to 20 meters, it went ahead and, I had the proper setting on the antenna switch, and nothing happened. I don't know of anything, but for that point, that I might have made a stupid human trick. So as far as I know, this activation just wasn't going to happen. Mother Nature said no. So that being the case, I've got two whole contacts in 2 hours. So one contact on average an hour does not an activation make. So I'm calling this. It just wasn't going to be in the cards for me today, and that's okay. Sometimes I get lots of contacts, other times, like today, not. So this is the second time since I've been activating in Morse code. This is the second time I have not activated. The first time I was at Chino Hills near the Discovery Center, and I guess I was tired. I don't know what it was. I got my 10 contacts, but one of them I thought was kind of funky, but it came across in hammers just fine. That told me that, well, maybe it was a good contact. When I got back home and started doing my post activation routine, it turned out that no, it wasn't the case. I missed one, or that one didn't pan through. It was a wrong call sign. Something just didn't match up, and breaking my heart, I had to just delete it from the log, and I ended up with 9 contacts. So that one meant, yeah, if I had just stayed there longer and made one more contact, then that would have been good. My course now, my SOP, if you will, Savvy's operational procedure, is to get 13 contacts, the lucky number 13. I do that because who knows? I might have copied something down wrong, which would invalidate a contact. There have been times when I've received responses from hunters, and I can't find their call sign anywhere, not on QRZ, and definitely not on the URL. So that tells me they're bogus. Or if they were good, they did not pass, or rather they're operating prior to authorization, so they get cut out. But because in those cases I've had 2 or 3 more contacts as a buffer or as a safety, the activation was preserved. So in that case, that's good. I believe it's 53 activations right now. Out of those 53 activations, 4 of them failed the 10 contact requirement. You don't see that on the website because that was all done using PDF files as a thing you can read and what have you. I've yet not had the gumption to reformat all of those and put them up on the website. But that's where I learned some of those lessons, right? And all of those were sideband. And that's just the way it was. So today, as it turns out, but for the fact that I forgot an antenna, but for the fact that the antenna switch was in the wrong position the first time, and that was countered by me coming back on the second time on that same band, the 20-meter band, in the right situation, means that error in essence was nullified. The fact that I didn't have my MPass is also nullified, because right from this park 30 meters away or so, I've activated with the AX1 that is sitting immediately to your to your right. So I don't know what I did wrong. Anytime anytime something doesn't come through, the first place I look is at me. What did I do? What did I not do? But in this case, honestly, I can't think of anything that was germane to not making the activations. So it is what it is. There have been other people I've seen on YouTube that have not made their activations, and that's okay. That's part of what happens. I even tried 2 meters. I went on a couple of repeaters with message saying that, hey, I'm going to be on 146580, try to do a local activation. I got not a peep. So I wonder, it's in the back of my mind, was um, the atmospheric conditions such that they just ate up my signals? This morning I noticed over 200, an SFI over 200, um, uh, uh, sunspot count of 199. This is when I left the house. The alpha planetary index was at 8, and it had come down, I believe, from something higher, but I don't remember what it was. And I think when I left the house, it was sitting at 5. So I wasn't sure that I was going to activate. There's a lot of things here um, that could be broken down by people a whole lot smarter than me. So it just so happens that today was not my day. I call it no joy. But what? I still had joy. I enjoyed being out here. I enjoyed being in the uh, surrounded by trees. I can see the leaves moving back and forth with the breeze. Um, I hear birds singing. So that was a scam likely. What do you know? Um, that was that was fine. I enjoyed it, and there will be a next time. There always is a next time. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for being with me, and I'm going to have a good rest of the day. I hope you have a good rest of the day. Ciao for now.